loves. Pardon me if my background is a bit too noisy. I have family visiting at the same time that I chose to record this video, but we're gonna keep it going. How are you guys doing? I pray and hope that no matter where you are, what time of the day that you're watching this, you are feeling divinely aligned and thriving accordingly. And speaking of alignment, I want to share how human design as a tool for self-discovery, how it has helped me get into alignment and invite and attract some of my desires. I want to share that. And yeah, I just feel like it's really important to talk about, because when we typically hear about getting alignment and doing the work, we think about the effort that it takes, right? And let's be honest, it does take some effort. It does take effort to decondition yourself and away from your environment, to heal yourself. But there are certain occurrences where one may be pushing as way too hard than they need to. And we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about why human design matters in all of this. One thing I really do want to take note of since diving into human design is recognizing how much alignment really does not need to take all that saying affirmations that you don't mean. Suffocating your mind with all these LOAs and subliminals, tirelessly chasing that alignment, because what it does is it contradicts what you're trying to get. In a sense, you are still chasing, and we know what repels the attractions. We know what repels your manifestations. The definition of alignment in human design terms is, once you honor your authority, you start to live by your design, the resistance just naturally, it disappears. The delays, no more. And then things that you desire just starts to easily come in. You notice it coming in one by one. And before you notice, you feel the energy of it approaching before it comes. That is what alignment means in human design. And similarly so, this is how you attract your desire. I've been doing a handful of reports, and something that keeps coming to me is how uniquely and divinely made we are. We were made with so much intention and purpose. And we were crafted in a way that supports the path that we're meant to walk. And how much, once we learn more about ourselves and study ourselves, how we release the need to seek outside ourselves for information, to doubt ourselves, to have these limiting thoughts, because what we're doing is working. And it just reinforces what being in alignment does. Alignment is working with your energy instead of against it. It is trusting your pace and timing, honoring your authentic expression. It's accepting and honoring how you uniquely process things, and using that to your benefits, because we are all made up of certain attributes that are really useful for the parts that we play in this multiverse, in this collective, so what better way than to attract alignment and allow that alignment to just bounce off on everybody, create this domino effect of a community that's in alignment. It just sounds like heaven to me. It does. And now that we discuss what alignment is, we could talk about what it isn't. It is not forcing and manipulating outcomes to create the alignment. It's not about seeking control, and neither is it about sitting down and just waiting. We have these tools at our disposal to help us understand who are we when we're in alignment, And this is why I do what I do. This is why I like to construct and host these heart-to-heart sessions, to point out to people who they are in alignment versus not, to create that space for awareness so that it could turn into proactiveness, and then the results of satisfaction. This is exactly why I do what I do, So sometimes, I sit and I think damn, it's a shame that not a lot of people recognize human design as a tool that helps with being in alignment. It could completely change change everything for you if you just look, like literally observe yourself while learning and experimenting. I truly believe that we are doing ourselves a disservice by not studying ourselves. Like, this is your life. Like, who else are you going to study, you know? Like, who else are you going to study? Like, as much as we study research, as much as we study history, we study our crafts. Like, I really believe that ourselves, it should have some kind of space for that. Because that's really going to be the key to make all this shit pop. Like, and this is the year. This is the year to make all this shit pop. Okay? Man, and pop culture is like telling us, you know, you gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. You gotta, you know, and we get it, right? But tools like HD is basically saying all you have to do is say yes when you feel. It's bring you back to your feelings, which is allowing you to study yourself, study your body, to be more present. To me, that feels easeful than the pressure of, am I doing these steps right? From just random people who don't know your specific energy type. They don't know your motivation. They don't know your environment. All these specific parts of you. Imagine telling someone with a hope motivation, right? Telling them to go out there and they have to go work hard and they have to go and hustle and make a difference instead of using their gifts of optimism, faith. Imagine telling a generator that they need to sit and wait for an invitation before they go out there and do something. Or criticizing a projector for not joining the rat race. Like, you get my drift. I hope you're getting it. Like, I just love the way it all calls back to the body, you know? Like, we grew up believing our mind is the leader here, is in charge here, when it's really merely a way for us to observe, to conceptualize what we're taking in, our body, our feelings. That is the one that says yes or no. So coming out of that, yes, it takes work, but we don't have to prioritize the work it takes. Let's prioritize the fact that we finally found the key. We finally found the key here and get started on that shit. Have fun with that shit, you know? Like, I feel like once I got on this and I got out the head mindset that I needed to be somewhere at a certain timing, it was so much easier for me. Especially after learning about my profile, the fact that I'm just gonna fail forward. I'm having fun with this shit. I'm having fun messing up. You know why? Because I understand that in order for me to reach level mastery, I am going to fuck some shit up. I'm welcoming it. You know, me probably 5 years ago, 8 years ago, wouldn't be welcoming this shit. You know, I probably would have threw the towel in a long time ago. But that just goes to show, once you study yourself and you understand, you just observe your life, you move accordingly. Let me tell you how this shit changed my life. Let me tell you how this shit changed my life. You know, things really do arrive once you create space for it and have the capacity to receive. Because once I changed my environment, I started meeting like awesome people. Like, I just felt like things started moving, you know. I started meeting beautiful souls. More people are connecting with me through human design. You know, I'm connecting with people I feel like I wouldn't have if I didn't follow my feeling. If I didn't follow the fact that where I was, I felt stagnant. Where I was, I felt low. Where I was, my spark was just going. Had I chose to stay there out of fear, out of the what ifs, out of control, manipulation, because I feel like I know my mind knows better than my feelings, I wouldn't be feeling like I'm thriving right now. And that's exactly how I feel. I feel like euphoria because I'm finding a space where I trust myself. And that's what human design did for me. Human design allowed me to get to a space of self-trust. You know why? I started experimenting with my authority. Damn right. I was like, okay, let's look at this spleen thing, this splenic thing. Like, how does the answer, how does my body respond to yes or no? Simple questions. And it was observation. And once I started picking up and started seeing the results, I kept at it. I kept at it. To a point where it's second nature. I immediately know when it's a no, when it's a yes. It was hard for me back then because I did not trust myself. Immediately, I shut down the nudge. Immediately, I shut down the feeling of I should go here. Allowing my mind, going back in my mind, going to other people and asking them about my life and what I should do with my life when my body already told me. I feel so good in my body. Like I'm getting more recognition because I feel good in my body. Everything is flowing. Like days are 10 out of 10. I don't feel burnt out. I love what I'm doing. Like this is the feeling of that projector success. This is the feeling. And I'm so thankful that I'm able to be right here and share how that feels. I'm so thankful that I am able to say I know what that feels like. I'm in the right environment. I'm receiving the right amount of love. Like, yeah. And, and I'm not saying, with how doing the work and getting alignment is portrayed. I'm not saying that it's not true. Like it takes work. It took a lot of sitting in the dark. It took a lot of over analyzing. It took a lot of slip ups. It took a lot of backtracking, hip hopping, going back and forth between me getting in alignment and me getting back out. Cause maybe I missed a few lessons. Maybe I felt like I needed to learn something again. And maybe, whatever reason, I'm glad I'm here right now. And I'm sharing my testimony because maybe somebody watching this, it would put that spark in you to like go ahead and just study yourself. I'm not even telling you to use human design. Whatever you want to do, journal. I think journal is my favorite form of self-study. Journal, astrology, human design, numerology. Like go to a tarot reader that you trust, African spirituality, talk to your ancestor. Like I am just feeding you here. How many ways that you could just study yourself so you could walk into alignment and live the life that you deserve, live the life that you came here to live. It's not easy, change is hard. You're gonna feel like you're lacking clarity, and that is hard. Nobody likes the feeling of lacking clarity. Nobody likes the feeling of confusion and walking the unknown, not knowing what tomorrow may bring. You're going to feel lonely because it is a lonely journey, but for a while, for a little bit, it depends on you. It depends on your choices. It depends on what you're doing to get back in alignment. Been thinking about this session, this heart-to-heart session I had with a beautiful soul. It will be the video I post after this. And how much it reinforced why I show up, Like I think about the times when I did not want to put myself out there because I was scared. I was scared of fucking up. I was scared of saying the wrong things. I was scared of being ignored, unseen. When I know I crave it, I crave to be recognized because I know I have something to share. I have information. So it took me accepting that it's not like, oh, this vanity thing. No, it's where my Leo places at? Where my Leo placements at? Leo 10th house, Leo suns, Leo risings, Leo moons. Where yeah, Leo north nodes. Like, yeah. I was put here to be recognized, especially projectors. We are here to be recognized. We're not here to grind. We're here to put ourselves in a place where we're being visible. So just choose your platform. Choose your place. And that's the thing. I feel like bottom line is everyone has different ways of walking into alignment, right? Everybody has their own way. And that's why I host these sessions and I do these one-on-ones with you guys, because you are made up of so many concepts. Sometimes they contradict each other. So once you have that awareness, you're like, oh, because it's not a one size fit all. Some of y'all are not meant to ponder on things and overanalyze things, when some of you guys are meant to practice affirmations and vocalize what you want, you utilizing your throat chakra. Like, everybody has their own way. So study your way, do it your way, get into alignment your way. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave you guys with this. Alignment is not about forcing outcomes and becoming someone you're not in order to get to a certain place. Alignment is about remembering who you are, recognizing yourself for who you are. I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. Please share your thoughts. What came to mind? What did I spark into you as you listen to this dialogue? And stay tuned for more. I have a few heart-to-heart sessions coming up. I'm just like so excited. You guys, if you love a complimentary human design report, feel free to hit me up before I close my sessions for a bit. And there will also be one-on-one sessions available, so you guys could, those are more private and more longer, so you guys could hit up that link in the description box below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode, the next Heart to Heart Sesh. Bye guys.